that, Jennifer. That's so nicely put. She supports individuals and groups as they release physical and emotional blocks that are keeping them stuck, and teaches them to ask questions that help them move toward new solutions, more peace, greater self-confidence, and more joy. All things I love. Welcome, and thank you for being here. So I know you're going to be talking about discovering these hidden solutions by leveraging your wonder brain, which I find fascinating.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to think about how our brains are so wonderful, and how just activating the wonder and the curiosity will change entirely your experience of the world. How you ask what something of your brain will change what it gives you. And so you can change the information you're getting about your business and your life.
Awesome. It's so nice to know. I mean, I really do believe we are powerful creators, and we do have that power to change the way we think and the way we feel, and then that change the results that we get.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And that's what I'll be teaching on Tuesday. I'll be teaching the science behind it, a very quick version of it, to give you an idea of why it works in your brain. Because some people, they hear, oh, just change your thoughts, change your life. And they're like, yeah, well, I've had this thought, and it didn't work, right? So I teach why it works when you use a certain approach, so that you can actually start letting your brain give you new information, because it's all about what it filters. Because if you don't filter your brain, or if you don't let your brain filter in a way that gives you what you need, you're just going to keep working with the same old ball of clay that you've always had.
Yeah, I love the way you put that, the same old ball of clay. It's interesting. It's like we distort and delete everything, right?
Exactly.
The world.
Right. And we can ask our brain to delete the things we really don't want, and actually show us some of the things that would be new solutions for us. Like this winter, last year, I was a caretaker for my mom. And when you're a caretaker, some of you might be aware of this, life gets a little complicated, and it sometimes feels like things are falling apart. So for the last year, or maybe even 2 years, my main question that I was using to filter information to my brain was, what if everything is falling into place perfectly, even if it looks like it's falling apart? Because you have to start trusting that even what you're seeing isn't the whole story. Yeah, it looks like it's falling apart, but what if those pieces are actually forming a beautiful puzzle? And just asking that question allowed my stress level to drop. And then I started seeing how maybe this piece would be helpful to me, and maybe how this piece would be helpful to me. And it really shifted how I lived through the experience. And the information I started getting was different than if I just felt like, oh my God, my life is falling apart.
Exactly. So it actually, by asking those questions, helped change the way you feel. And then all of a sudden, ideas and solutions were in your view. You were able to see opportunities that helped you to make the experience a little easier.
Exactly. And before, your brain might have deleted those because it didn't believe they were something important to you. It didn't think you would act on it. If your brain doesn't think it's useful to you, it just takes it out of your whole view, your sight, your sound, your hearing, all of those things. If your brain thinks it's important to you, you'll start overhearing conversations in the grocery store, or you'll see a new headline on a magazine or something like that, and that's the information I really needed. And your brain says, yes, do that.
Yeah. I really find this so fascinating. For most of my life, I always believed that if I got a sign, if I saw that headline on the magazine, or I, saw like an advertisement or a commercial, I thought, oh my God, this is meant to be, because I'm seeing evidence of it. And then after learning, all this about how the brain works, I realized, well, no, Nick, that's just what you're focused on. So if you're focused on something, you're going to see it in your reality.
Your brain will prove to you what you already believe.
Yeah.
So So, and what you have believed and what your major neural pathways are doing. So if you believed that you just needed a sign to end this relationship, you're going to get a sign to end that relationship because that's what your brain is looking for. You're looking for that sign. If you were looking for a sign to give you guidance on the relationship, what if I knew what to do? Then your brain will start giving you different options instead of giving you just the one you're expecting to see. So it's really, really cool when you start asking new questions. And on Tuesday, I'll teach you the science behind it and how to ask the questions and why your wonder brain is so powerful, even more powerful than affirmations in many ways, depending on how deeply rooted your belief against what you want is.
Yes, and that is so key. And that's why I think, we hear people saying, well, affirmations, they don't work. And I've experienced it too, where they don't work. But that's why when I do affirmations, I'm always tweaking them to make sure my brain believes it and buys into what I'm saying and really, truly believes that it's possible. Because if you
Exactly.
I could sit here and say all day, I'm a millionaire, I'm, attracting millions of dollars, but it's just deleting that completely.
Exactly. Instead of nudging you in the direction you really want. And we can go the direction we really want. And it can be a lot easier than it's been for a lot of us for a long time. And I think we deserve that now. I think we deserve it to be a little easier and more fun, and for us to be able to say, boy, howdy, let's do that again.
Yeah. Totally a different way of being for a lot of people, myself included. I think when we get frustrated, when we're, spinning our wheels on something and we're just not making progress, I think we go into frustration and then even shutting down. And then there's no solutions. We won't see any solutions from the problem.
Right. Sometimes you see two bad solutions and you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. That's where a lot of people usually find themselves, or there's just no solution, like you said. And if you just start asking and trusting, feeling the excitement that there's a third way or a new way that you just haven't seen yet, and you get excited about it and start asking your brain, what if it could be easy? What if there's a new way to do this that I haven't seen yet? I can guarantee you that if you keep asking the question, you will find the new solution. And sometimes you're going to be like, oh my gosh, that was right in front of me all along. How come I couldn't see it? And it's just that your brain wouldn't let you because it didn't think it was what you wanted, or it was trying to keep you safe. So asking the new question, getting the energy behind it, and letting your brain know that it's safe to go a new path. That's part of the whole equation, is being safe in that new process.
Yeah, I think that's important. I feel like our brain is still fighting those lions and tigers and bears. It feels
very much so
safe from, and there's really nothing to be kept safe from. I mean, of course, there's, there are things, but for most of the things that we get scared about and we have fear around, there's really nothing to be safe from.
Right, exactly. I mean, I was just at a networking meeting a few weeks ago for Wellness Connects here in my local area. And one of the biggest things that people were afraid of was this, going live. Yeah. And they feel like there's a lion or a tiger or a bear about to attack them. So they can't do it, right? Yeah. And I'm pretty sure I don't have a lion or a tiger or a bear right behind me.
Nope.
I have a tabby cat.
I know. I was so afraid. I was, my people know this. I started going live just over a year ago. And when I started, I was challenged by my mentor to go live every day in the month of June. This was last June, 2018. And I was so scared. I mean, I had to tap on it. I have to work my way up to hit the live, the go live button, and I would shake, and it was just so scary. But if you think about it, it's like, what are you really afraid of? And that's where we get into the beliefs, what are people going to say? And am I good enough? We get into that whole internal story. And that's why changing, your story and the way you think about yourself is so important, because the truth is there's really nothing to be afraid of. You're hitting a button and then you're talking about what you're passionate about to a little camera hole on your iPad or laptop or phone.
Yeah, exactly. Even if people give you sad faces or thumbs down, so what? You're still alive. The lions and the tigers and bears aren't attacking you.
Right.
But our brains tell us they are. So I understand where that's coming from and where you were coming from. I'm not sure if I was ever afraid of lives. I think I was afraid of my competence with figuring out how to do them. That's
Technology, that's another fear.
But I think that once you get past feeling like there's lions and tigers and bears, it all suddenly seems easy again. And you realize that you're the only one who can give the world exactly what you give. We might be teaching the same thing. You teach mindset, I teach mindset, but we do it completely differently. And my angle will meet some people and your angle will meet other people. And it's beautiful when you find those people and the way that it connects. And you just have to keep trusting. What if I find the people that most need to hear from me? What if I know that those people are going to hear what they most need to hear from me?
That's right. And Jennifer, I'm happy you said that because I think comparison is a big issue right now, especially in the online space. There are so many people that are entering this space and starting business, and whether it's programs or services. And I think there's a lot like, oh my God, there's thousands of other people that are doing the same thing. What do I have to offer? Who's going to listen to me? But that's a lack mindset. And what you're talking about and the questions that you're asking, it's an abundant mindset, and it's opening your eyes up to seeing, what are the opportunities? Because there's like, I think there's like 7.5 billion people on the planet. There are plenty to go around.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And we're all doing it a little differently, even if we're teaching the same exact content. I mean, like with Mike Dooley's Infinite Possibilities program, I think he's at about almost 3,000 trainers now, I'm not sure. But I bet if you sat through each one of those classes, you'd get something different out of it. And you would get the core, you would get the thoughts become things, you would get understanding your emotions, you'd learn how to do the process for yourself, but you'd hear different stories and they would connect with you differently than my IP class, so it's really interesting how we all have something to give, and there are all sorts of people who need what we most have to offer.
Mm-hmm. And you're going to get to serve those people and grow your business when you start focusing on the solutions and what's possible.
Exactly. And moving through the rock and the hard place and the fear.
That's right. Because you can move through it. It's little shifts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's always a way.
There's always a way. Always.
And it can usually feel fun and easy.
And what if we could let it be fun and easy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What if we deserve for it to be fun and easy?
Yes. Exactly. I had put a little post-it up in the classroom. I just finished 14 years of teaching. I resigned. Last day was this week on Wednesday.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. It's really exciting to be on a new path that feels on purpose. But in the classroom, even as kids, they complain. They say, oh, this is hard. I can't do this. And I don't know. And I'm like, that's not going to help you solve the problem if you keep focusing on it. So I put an affirmation up over the smart board that says, I let my work be easy. And then I gave them all colored index cards so they can write their own affirmation. And some of them kept that index card on their desk. So it was a constant reminder. And even for what you're talking about, I think it helps us if we post little reminders, whether it's a screensaver on your phone or your laptop, just so you see it, because it's not installed yet in your brain.
Exactly. It's not deep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it has a lot of little tentacles deep inside your heart and soul, then it's usually a little harder for the affirmation. That's actually when you start having resistance to the affirmation. Mm-hmm. But when you're a little person who's just learning this stuff and you didn't even know what work was, might as well start letting it be easy when you're a little kid, right?
Yeah. Exactly. That's the best time.
And I like how you say that, let it be easy, instead of what if it is easy? What if I let it be easy? What if I have that choice?
Yes. Always have a choice. We get to do things. things. You know,
Mm-hmm.
a
Mm-hmm.
lot with languaging and, you know, choosing your words carefully, because words hold weight and they do make us feel so light or heavy. So
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah.
Well, thank you for all you did for
You're
the
welcome.
kids. I
Oh,
appreciate that.
you're
I
welcome.
think that's no, I think it's amazing. I taught outdoor science for 2 years, and I always thought, I wonder how people can do this inside a classroom.
There
I
you go.
could
I
never be
wonder. Yeah.
trained like that.
Yeah.
So I'm so grateful to all of you who do that, and for you who did that for so long. So
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like this stuff needs to be taught. We're not taught how to wonder, how to be curious, how to be positive, what to do with the emotions we feel. We don't know what to do with them. So
mhm.
I think it's something that is just as important as, you know, the other three R's: reading, writing, and math.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it is. I mean, it's as important as 1 + 1.
that's right.
Mhm.
Yeah. So this is going to be cool. This is awesome. I'm really excited for the entire event. Just a little bit about, so we have Jennifer Sutton that's going to be joining us, and she's going to be talking about hidden solutions and how to leverage your wonder brain. So we're going to get more, we're going to dive deeper with that. We also are going to have Karen Bosfeld, and she's going to be talking about the power of connection, which is so important in today's world, how to come up with new and innovative ideas to grow your business. We also have Pete Casaboon, who's going to be talking about being a powerful creator, which we already said that we are, and making conscious choices for financial freedom. And we have, yesterday I had Jenny Parker Brown, and she's going to be talking about using your, or turning your passion and purpose into your unique brand. So
Sounds like a great group. I'm so excited to be part of it on
yeah,
Tuesday.
me too. It's going to be awesome. So it's Tuesday, July 2nd. We start at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it is 3 hours, but we've got built-in breaks, and you are in the comfort of your own home. We also have free gifts. Each expert is going to offer a free gift. So try and attend live. Jennifer, do you want to tell us about your free gift?
Well, I have a set of cards that are physical, hard copy, that you can buy online. But what I'm also giving for this particular thing is 10 of them that are focused on finding solutions for your business. So they're what if cards, they're quantum shift what if cards, that if you just look at them and ask the question every day, even if you just look at one for a few times a day, it'll start shifting your brain toward what you would like, rather than what you're currently facing in some situations. Unless what you're currently facing is fantastic, you ask the question, it gets even better.
That's right, because it could always get better.
Mhm. Right, right.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm really excited, and I'm going to pop the link above the video and in the comments so people can register. There's no cost. This is totally free to everybody. So take advantage of it. If you have a business that you maybe already started and you're looking to grow it, or right now you're just in the dream phase, you know, it is start your dream biz. This will help you to get that courage and confidence and changing the way you think to take action and inspired action and get the results you're looking for. So sign up.
All right. Yay! Come join us.
Come join us. It's going to be like this. It's very casual, you know, and you're going to be home, so it's going to be comfortable for you. And we won't see you, but you will be able to see us. And the last half hour is open for Q&A. So you're going to have all 5 of us available to answer any questions. So it's like you get in the moment coaching. So another reason to come on the live. We're there to support you.
What if you can get your questions answered?
Yes. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, Jennifer, and everybody else for tuning in. We appreciate you, and we will see you on Tuesday, July 2nd.
All right. Thanks so much. Take care.
Bye-bye.